Anyone who knows me knows that I always say how much I love my country. And in as much as I might travel everywhere in the world, eventually I would want to come back home, back to Kenya. And I know a lot of Kenyans love Kenya. But does Kenya really love us? Does Kenya care about us? This is really painful, and as a travel content creator, I didn't think I would ever make such a video. But a few days ago, a media house, NTV Kenya, did a story about Patricia Wanza, who is trapped in Saudi Arabia. And she's been undergoing ill treatment. She's been sick. Unfortunately, she's not able to receive treatment. She can't eat, and she's trying to get her way back to Kenya. We've seen stories of a lot of girls suffering in the Middle East, and it's so much easy to say, it's really easy to say, like, oh, you girls always see what happens in the Middle East. Why do you still go there? First, you have to keep in mind that not everyone has access to that information. And second, life in Kenya is tough. It's hard. Sometimes that's the last option that someone has. And if you ask these girls who are in the Middle East if they really wanted to be there, if they had an option in Kenya, they wouldn't. They wouldn't want to be there. If they had jobs in Kenya or an environment, an enabling environment for them to create business, thriving business, these girls wouldn't be in the Middle East. And I know this is not just a problem for Kenya. This is a problem experienced by a lot of girls on the continent who go to seek for opportunities in the Middle East.
Concerns abroad but affecting Kenyans. For thousands of women that board a flight to Saudi Arabia to secure jobs as domestic workers, it is a gamble on whether they will face abuse at the hands of their employers. The increase in reports of inhumane working conditions in the Middle East has been a thorn in the side of Kenya's labor force. Gina Kirori spoke to a 25-year-old who is currently stuck in Saudi Arabia and is desperate to come back home.
When Patricia Wanza was cleaning the home of her Saudi Arabia employer, a gun placed on the coffee table sent chills down her spine, only adding to the web of trauma that she has endured in the weeks that she has been working as a domestic worker in the Middle East Kingdom.
I was just so terrified. I was just so terrified. I just held it with a rag, the rag I was cleaning with, and I felt it was lighter and I just left it.
While Wanza expected to earn 30,000 shillings a month in Saudi Arabia, the agency that facilitated her employment, identified as Mahara Human Resources Company, ended up paying her 25,983 shillings.
I look at myself and I see the things going on, but when I remember that if I complain, I may be in prison, I just hold back. I just hold back and work as if nothing is wrong. Mahara, please.
Wanza says that she has fallen ill during the weeks that she has been at her employer's home, but no efforts have been made to take her to any medical facility, which goes against the terms of her contract.
Another time I was cleaning the flasks and one of them broke and the lady just threw it at me like that. And she was asking her husband, what do we do with her? And I got so scared.
Her motivation for returning home is to see her two children once again, especially since they are aged 1 and 7 respectively.
When I was coming here, I had told my daughter that I'm coming here so that we can build a home for ourselves, so that I can have some savings. And
the desperation for lucrative job offers in Middle Eastern countries has been behind the decision by many women to travel to a foreign land, as they say job opportunities in Kenya are hard to come by. The surge in reports of women being exploited and abused by their employers in the Middle East led to the government requiring all agencies recruiting Kenyans seeking employment in Saudi Arabia to pay 1.5 million shillings as a security bond in 2019. The agreement also required any Kenyan domestic worker to be paid an average salary of 30,000 shillings. Wanza is now appealing to the government to help bring her and many other girls suffering from abuse back home. Gena Kirori, NTV.
I have done a lot of videos about slavery, and tell me, what's happening in the Middle East? Is it not slavery? Are we going to just keep quiet and wait for 400 years or for several years later to create monument for the girls who lost their lives in the Middle East, trying to seek greener pastures, trying to get a job, trying to provide for their families? So after the story was highlighted on NTV, the agency that is managing her in the Middle East, they got her to their office and they forced her to make a video saying that she's safe. To make a video smiling, pretending to smile, to say that she's in safe hands. They told her that that is the only way that they were going to help her. And surprisingly, the supervisors are black Africans, just like her, just like me. It just doesn't even matter. It doesn't even be a matter of color. There's just something called humanity. Where did humanity go to? Why are we still enslaving people at this century? Apparently, the company that is handling her in the Middle East is non-touchable, and it's alleged that that company works in partnership with the Kenyan embassy. So whatever they do, however much they report to the Kenyan embassy, nothing can be done. I can imagine she's afraid, she's sick, she's just trying to hold strong, and she's not the only person there. So they took her to this deportation camp or some place for deportation, and at that place there are 31 other Kenyan girls who are being detained at that place, and unfortunately some of them have been detained for more than 3 months. Unfortunately for Patricia and these other girls who are trapped in the Middle East, this is the price we have to pay for having leaders who really don't care about us. All they care about is taking care of their families. As a traveler, I'm also scared out here. Should anything happen to you or to me as a Kenyan, the easiest way, you always think that you can reach to your government or the embassy in that country, and these people are able, to help you through. But how can I feel safe with a government that really doesn't care about me? This is so frustrating. This is so unfortunate. So I reached out to Patricia. So Patricia sent me this message this morning, an update of what's happening to her. She said, "Hello, African Tigress. A lot has happened in the last 2 days. After my story was aired on NTV, I was taken back to the company office. I was told if I needed to be helped, I should smile and say I'm in safe hands while they record a video. Coercion. I took the video anyway. Afterwards, I was brought to some deportation center called Sakan Guest House. There are 31 other Kenyans who have been here for months. The embassy isn't giving any hope at all. Also, some had been taken back to the same abusers they had fled from. One of the ladies here has been in and out of jail after being falsely accused of stealing 100,000 riyal. It's a big gamble here. I don't know when I'll be home because being accused of something is common practice." I asked her, is she able to book a flight? I responded and asked her, oh my God, this is really sad. What options are there? Are you able to independently book a flight without the office? Is it possible? She said, the office itself brought me here. They didn't say why. They're the ones who are supposed to give me exit visa. Basically, her freedom depends on this office that really doesn't care about her health, her welfare, neither does it care about the 31 others Kenyans. She goes ahead and says, I have been tormented, Aki. I don't trust that they'll give me that visa. They can make life hell for me. They have accused me of things. I'm breaking down, but solidarity keeps me going. So I went ahead and asked her, are the officials in that company Kenyan or are they Saudi? What do you think can be done to help you at this moment? She says the supervisors are African and they really tried to mess me up. I can't talk much now. When I get home, I'll be able to talk. Classic case of human trafficking, by the way. I asked her, what does the Kenyan embassy in Saudi say? Who is the representative there? She says, the ladies have been here for months. They say the Kenyan embassy is useless and does absolutely nothing. We are pleading to be taken back home, but the embassy does zero. She told me to, I'll not share everything here, but she also says that I have heard of cases of companies lying that they are taking you to the airport only to sell you elsewhere. Keep pushing. So if I disappear, even for several hours, the agency and the company should be held accountable. She says they can easily lie that I boarded a flight or just set me up with false accusations. These people are malicious. And she also gave me the contacts of the agent in Kenya who sent her to Saudi. I'm going to share a phone number, so if you're in Kenya, kindly contact this person and tell her we want Wanza back. We want Patricia Wanza Kimani back alive soon as possible. I'm going to leave the contact. This man is called Richard Jawada. He's the one who sent her to Saudi. Remember, in the initial story, she talked about how she had been shortchanged even from the deal. It was supposed to be about $300 a month, and they reduced it to $240 a month. And they forced her to sign the papers. It was too late for her to turn her back. But kindly tell Richard we want Patricia back. Her family needs her back. Her daughters, her mother, they need her back home safe soon as possible. Patricia is asking, she says, keep pushing for me because you are sold into slavery and the embassy endorses it. Patricia is asking you. So the family has tried to reach out to people, and they are told that if it's the Maraha company, that's the company that's managing, I think the agency in charge of Patricia in Saudi, if it's Maraha company, there's nothing that can be done because the company works with the Kenyan embassy. They're told it's like the Maraha company and the Kenyan embassy is the same thing. That's why these girls are not able to get out of the place they are, despite being put on deportation for over 3 months, several months over there. So Patricia is asking, she says, please push for me because we are being sold into slavery and the embassy endorses it. This is just a shame on whoever is at the Kenyan embassy in Saudi Arabia. This is so inhumane, and these things shouldn't just be happening at this century. I mean, we talk about slavery ending like there was an end to slavery, but I don't think slavery has ever ended because these things keep happening. I've seen these stories about Nigerian girls going through the same. I've seen Ethiopian girls going through the same. I've seen Ugandan girls going through the same. African girls trying to receive greener pastures. And it's because you, as the Kenyan government, you as Ugandan or whichever country government, you failed your citizens. That's why they have to go to do these demeaning jobs where they are treated badly. And you don't even have the audacity to look after these people or even to protect them while they're in this country. It's so inhuman, and I just don't understand. I don't understand how some people can be so heartless. She also told me that the supervisor is Kenyan and Ugandan, and you're doing this to your sister. You will never know peace. You will never know peace for treating people like this. Please help me share this video. Use the hashtag Release Wanza. And this is not just about the Kenyan embassy, but this is beyond it right now. Right now, the whole world is watching. If Patricia doesn't make it to Kenya safe and keeps us up to date and tells us that she's safe in Kenya, we know who's accountable. Richard, the agent that took her there, the Maraha company, and the Kenyan embassy will have explanation to do what happened to Patricia should we not have Patricia back to Kenya, because she's so afraid of her life. She's so afraid that she might not make it to Kenya. She's so scared. She doesn't know what's going to happen next, and what makes it worse is that she's sick. She can't eat. She's been sick for several months and nobody's doing anything about it. Please share out this video. Use the hashtag Release Wanza. We need Wanza back and the 31 other Kenyan girls who are trapped there. We need all these people back home safely.